It's the biggest breach in the Prime Minister's security in recent times. Just 8 kilometers from the Pakistan border in Pariana village in Punjab, Prime Minister Modi's convoy was stuck for close to 20 minutes. The reason? The road was blocked by protesting farmers. Home Minister Shah said that such dereliction of security procedure is completely unacceptable. Chief Minister Channi denies his responsibility and his involvement. At the top of the show, I want to take you through all what happened in Punjab today.
It was supposed to be the Prime Minister's first rally in Punjab after the 3 farm laws were revoked. The rally in Firozpur was also seen as kickstarting the BJP's campaign in poll-bound Punjab.
ये कार्यक्रम को हम पोस्टपोन कर रहे हैं और फिर आने वाले दिनों में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इच्छा रखी है कि आप सबके बीच में वो अवश्य आएंगे.
But in a major breach to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's security, the convoy had to stop on a flyover for 20 minutes. After it was found that some protesters were blocking the highway. This happened 30 kilometers away from National Martyrs Memorial in Hossainiwala in Punjab. The original plan was for Prime Minister Modi to travel by helicopter from Bhatinda, but due to bad weather, it was decided that he would go by road. According to the Home Ministry, the PM embarked on the road trip after the DGP Punjab confirmed necessary security arrangements. But midway on a flyover, Prime Minister's convoy had to make an abrupt stop after protesters blocked the road. After a 20-minute wait, the Prime Minister's convoy returned to Bhatinda Airport. At Bhatinda, the Prime Minister took a pot shot at the Congress government, telling airport officials to thank CM Channi that he had got back alive. What makes this breach extremely serious is the fact that Prime Minister is a maximum security protectee. His convoy path is sanitized in advance, and any unplanned stops by convoy is banned. With Kamaljeet Sandhu and Manjeet Sehgal in Punjab, Bureau Report, India Today.
There's a huge political showdown that's erupted over the Prime Minister's security breach. The BJP called it Congress's khuni irada to assassinate the Prime Minister. The Punjab Chief Minister, however, says that there was no security lapse but a regular protest by farmers. The Congress is claiming it's an attempt by the BJP to cover up its flop Firozpur rally.
It's the biggest security breach in recent years. Protesters blocked the convoy of the Indian Prime Minister in Punjab. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's cavalcade was stalled for 20 minutes when he was on his way to address a rally and inaugurate a slew of projects in Bhatinda. The security lapse has triggered the latest face-off in poll-bound Punjab. The BJP is training all its guns on the Congress government in Punjab, accusing them of willfully blocking the Prime Minister's rally. BJP President JP Nadda took to Twitter and accused the Charanjit Singh Channi government of giving protesters access to the Prime Minister's route. This was when the Punjab DGP had assured the route is clear. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi denied all the allegations and said that the Prime Minister's security personnel were informed about the blockade.
हेलीपैड से हेलीकॉप्टर पे जाना था, अचानक प्रोग्राम सड़क पे जाने का बनाया गया, जो कि प्रोग्राम में नहीं था, पहले से नहीं था. सेफ साइड के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी को बोला गया कि आप पीछे आ जाएं, हम अदर रूट या बाई हेलीपैड आपको ले चलते हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने वापस जाने का फैसला किया.
BJP's IT chief Amit Malviya called the security breach an assassination attempt. Malviya called the Congress unable to defeat Prime Minister Modi in elections, was resorting to unconstitutional means to eliminate him.
पंजाब की पुण्य धरती पर कांग्रेस के खूनी इरादे नाकाम रहे.
लेकिन पंजाब सरकार ने बीच रास्ते में ही हाथ खड़े कर दिए कि हम सुरक्षा नहीं दे सकते, तो पीएम वापस गए हैं. जहां सुरक्षा नाम की चीज नहीं है, जहां कानून का राज नहीं है, वो हमारी बात सत्य हुई।
पंजाब के अंदर जिस तरह से आज प्रधानमंत्री जी की रैली के अंदर सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच हुआ, बहुत बड़ी सेंध लगी, ये कोई अचानक नहीं हुआ। मैं बार बार कहता रहा और मैं फिर आज कहने जा रहा हूं, कांग्रेस एक डिजाइन्ड कॉन्स्पिरेसी के तरीके से, एक डिजाइन मॉडल के तरीके से हमें पूरी दुनिया में बदनाम करती आई और करना चाहती है।
Congress has rejected the charges. It claims the BJP is blaming it after failing to attract crowds for its rally in Bhatinda.
Punjab witnessed an unprecedented political drama by a BJP which has lost return on its face, which has been rejected by the people of Punjab.
हमारी सुरक्षा व्यवस्था में किसी तरह की कोई कमी नहीं है कि जो किसान है वो बीजेपी के खिलाफ हैं और वो वहाँ पर प्रदर्शन कर रहे थे और प्रधानमंत्री जी का अचानक मौसम खराब होने की वजह से वो जो बाई रूट जो है वो काफिला चला था, रास्ते में उन्होंने प्रदर्शन किया और कुछ समय के लिए उन्हें रुकना पड़ा।
The BJP's former ally in Punjab, the Akali Dal, called the security breach a failure of the state government.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर का जो काफिला था वो रास्ते में रुका, बहुत गंभीर इशू। ये स्टेट में 100% लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कोलैप्स होने का आपके सामने सबूत है और हम पहले दिन से कह रहे हैं कि स्टेट की लॉ एंड ऑर्डर व्यवस्था जो है फेल हो चुकी है।
As the center-state blame game ensues over the breach, the question arises: who is responsible for the lapse in security of the head of the Indian state? And more importantly, should the Prime Minister's security become a tool for electoral politics? Bureau Report, India Today.
The statement put out by the Ministry of Home Affairs says that the state administration gave the all clear to the SPG which protects the Prime Minister. It's only after that that the Prime Minister's cavalcade left. Remember, he'd landed in Bhatinda. He was to go to Husainwala, which is where the Bhagat Singh Memorial is, first by helicopter. It was raining, so then they went by road, but only after the state police gave the all clear. So who is responsible for the route not being sanitized? Ordinarily, when the Prime Minister's cavalcade is travelling, you get the local police to block off all traffic on that road so the cavalcade can go through. There was a clear lapse in that arrangement. For 20 minutes, the Prime Minister of India, 8 kilometers away from the Pakistan border, was stuck on the road. Who is to blame for this? Joining me on this broadcast, representing the Congress government in Punjab, its national spokesperson, Supriya Shrineth. Squaring off against her is Parijatara Sarangi from the BJP. For a perspective on the responsibility of the SPG, we have P.K. Mishra. He's been in the SPG previously. For a perspective on the lapses of the Punjab Police, I have C. Pal Singh. He's been an Inspector General with the Punjab Police. I want to go across to Supriya Shrineth first, because from what we've been given to understand, the Prime Minister left for the National Martyrs Memorial in Husainwala only after he was given an all clear from the state administration and the state police, which essentially means that boots on the ground, who were responsible for ensuring that that route was clear, told the SPG that it is safe for the Prime Minister to leave. Why then were protesters allowed to be present on the route that the Prime Minister was taking? Is the state police and the state government, which you run and your party runs, madam, not responsible for this massive security lapse? Supriya Shrineth.
Thank you very much for having me on the show, and I would like to clear a few things that are being dished out here, because it is important to remember here that Mr. Narendra Modi is not just the Prime Minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is the Prime Minister of India. He is my Prime Minister, he is your Prime Minister, and however big my differences with him ideologically may be, I still wish him well. I wish him a long, fulfilling life. And so when I hear the BJP make an absolute tamasha of the Prime Minister's security, of the Prime Minister's office, my head hangs in shame. What are these people saying? And what are we insinuating in democracy? That a principal opposition is trying to plot the Prime Minister's assassination? Is that what this dirty politics has come to? I really think all of these people should first apologize to the people of this country, least of all to the Congress party. We wish the Prime Minister well. We wish him a long life. And anybody who insinuates, however tangentially, that anybody tried to plot against the Prime Minister's life, it should be booked for treason and sedition. That's the first thing I would want to say. And I say that with a lot of grief, because making those statements are ministers in this government.
Ma'am, you've made an opening interjection. I want to ask you a very straight and direct question, which I'd like you to respond to. My question is this. When the Prime Minister was at the Bathinda airport, he was given an all clear by the state administration and the police. It's on the back of that he left for Husainwala by road, which clearly means that the state police thought they had the situation under control and that the roads were clear. Why was a wrong all clear given to the SPG and to the Indian Prime Minister, ma'am?
No. Now, Rahul, I would like to clear a few things here. You may not like my opening statement, but I still need to make that opening statement because nobody in this country can
just respond to my question. You made your opening statement. Let's respond to my question now.
We've lost 2 people. No, please wait. Please wait. You were trying to rubbish me for making that opening statement, and so it's important for me to clarify. We've lost 2 of our prime ministers to, violence. Let's not go there. What Mr. Channi, the Chief Minister of Punjab, has said is the official position of the Congress party, is the official statement. I'm still waiting for an official statement to come from the Prime Minister's office. You and many other channels today are quoting what the Prime Minister said at the Bathinda airport. Where has he said this to? Is this source-based? Is he on record to say this? Is the Prime Minister's office verifying that he said this? I mean, where have we got our politics to? First things. Mr. Channi, the Chief Minister of Punjab, said very categorically he was supposed to be there if he's receiving the Prime Minister, but because his Principal Secretary and his Secretary were tested COVID positive, the Prime Minister's office told him to join on a VC. He then said he got minute-by-minute program of the Prime Minister in which he was scheduled to fly.
Ma'am, you're not answering my question. I don't realize, Supriya. You're speaking a lot, but you're not answering my question. Supriya Srinath, you're not answering my question. My question is very simple. Leave the politics aside. Leave the rhetoric aside. We've heard your opening statement. Ma'am, you aren't. My question, and I'll repeat my question because the question is very clear. When the Prime Minister was at the Bathinda airport, the state administration gave an all clear which allowed the Prime Minister's cavalcade to move, which means that at that time when that all clear was given, the state police did not do its job properly. There were protesters on the road. They hadn't been cleared out. Forget whether the Prime Minister is from the BJP or the Congress. That is a shocking lapse, madam, and it happened on your watch.
Rahul, I urge you, for once I urge you to let me finish my answer because this is a very important, sensitive subject that we are talking about. Please do not interfere. I say that with folded hands. If you are going to let me speak, I shall speak. Otherwise, you can continue the discussion without my giving you an answer. Chief Minister Channi has very categorically said this morning he got a minute-by-minute program from the Prime Minister's office. He was up all night speaking to Director IB and to the DGP, and they said there were protesters on the road. Many of them were taken off. When the Prime Minister all of a sudden decided to take the road from Bathinda to Firozpur is when some of these protesters came. The reality is, if you read the SPG Act, they do that for 20 to 30 kilometers, you have an alternate road route. But for 100, 200 kilometers, you cannot have that road route. The Prime Minister flew from Delhi to Bathinda, he did not have an alternate road route. So there were protesters who came there. Obviously, they cannot be shot at. They are farmers. And so the Prime Minister was told, we will get you an alternate route or we will make you fly by a chopper. He instead chose to return to Bathinda and fly back to Delhi. The reality is that those were empty chairs waiting for him. He may have not wanted to go. And the truth is that the protesters in that video, even on that bridge, are actually holding a BJP flag and shouting Narendra Modi Zindabad. Should we stop this over-dramatizing of what has happened and stop insinuating and making the charges that we are? Because the reality is SPG takes control of the Prime Minister's security, and the SPG decided to take him by road when there were protesters who came and the roads were trying to be empty.
I understand. I've travelled very often and covered a lot of Prime Ministerial visits. The SPG doesn't do this in isolation. It does it in conjunction with the state police. the SPG is not the boots on the ground.
understand that,
The
and so
periphery
have I.
protection,
I
the
understand
peripheral protection is taken care of by the state police, and only after the state police gives the all clear, whether it's the Congress government or a BJP government,
The Prime
will the
Minister-
SPG allow for the cavalcade to move. That's as simple as that. You've spoken
The
enough.
Prime
I want to go
Minister and
across
his office
to
very
Parajita
categorically
Sarangi
knew.
on the points that you've raised. Your charges
here if
are
I've spoken
over dramatization, that this is theatre, that this is because the Prime Minister knew that there were only 700 odd people at the grounds where the rally was scheduled, which is why this whole drama has been orchestrated by the BJP. Otherwise, we would have been here discussing why the Prime Minister's rally in Punjab failed. That's the Congress's charge, that this is over dramatization,
Or
theatre.
discussing why are we not
No, one
cancelling
second, Supriya,
rallies
you've
like we've
spoken
done in
enough.
UP?
Do not be unfair. Let Aparajita respond to your charge of this being a tamasha and a drama. Aparajita.
A very good evening. I would just request you, Rahul, there should be no interruption when I speak. There should be no disturbance whatsoever. We have heard the Congress spokesperson now, and we have been hearing other spokespersons all through. They are caught in their web of words. They're completely confused, and they symbolize chaos, what they symbolize so very well every time. Now here, let me tell you, there are 3 questions. I don't think any Congress person has any answer to this. Number 1, this particular incident happened 20-30 kilometers before the destination point. That means from Bhatinda Airport by road, Honorable PM must have traveled for about 1.5 hours. During that particular time, the DG police had the rehearsal done, and he communicated to the PM security men that all was well. So is lie being conveyed to the security men of the PM? This is number 1. Number 2, now let me ask these Congress people, how did the protesters gather at the point? Who facilitated? They're sitting there. And it's amazing. I mean, we are all surprised, rather shocked. Why couldn't the protesters be lifted when the Honorable Prime Minister of the country was coming there? And number 3, very sad, very shocking. We heard many of these Yuva Netrut of Congress today telling our Prime Minister how is the Josh. They have tweeted, they have spoken. Now, is this the question at this hour that we expect from the Congress people? Are they rejoicing when the PM's life is put to risk? Now here, Shri Narendra Modi ji is not the Prime Minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is the Prime Minister of 135 crore Indians, and it is the responsibility of any state government to ensure the safety and security of Honorable Prime Minister when he goes to a particular state.
Okay, hold that thought, ma'am. I want to go across to the former IG of the Punjab Police.
Let me tell you,
just one second, ma'am. Sipal Singh, you've been involved in high-profile VVIP visits during your tenure in the Punjab Police. Do you think this is, do you accept that this is a major lapse by the Punjab Police? Because forget BJP, Congress, they don't matter. The Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of our country. If the local police on the ground can see with their eyes that there is a group of protesters on the route that the Prime Minister is going to take, they need to be telling the SPG much in advance. The failure to do so is a big error. Secondly, if the protesters were gathering even before the Prime Minister left, then the DGP and other officials had no business giving the SPG the all clear for the cavalcade to leave. You know, Channi or no Channi, this seems to be a disaster on the watch of the Punjab Police.
Oh, you know that I'll be talking absolutely professionally and objectively, without mincing words. This is indeed a very serious security lapse. This is indeed a very dangerous security lapse. Prime Minister is visiting a border state, and he is visiting a border area. And we know what is the threat perception to the Prime Minister from across the border, A. B, we have seen earlier some incidents happening here and there, and we know that there are people, anti-social or anti-national people who are active there. So there is a security lapse to that extent that keeping in view the threat perception, why adequate measures were not taken. The second point is, as you know, as I know, in fact, I have the occasion of conducting the Prime Minister on this very site myself personally. I was made responsible in the days of terrorism to conduct the Prime Minister on the Hassani Wala and Firozpur and Memorial. I tell you, sir, that prior to the visit of the Prime Minister, the SPG sends a team. That team coordinates with the local police. It visits the areas. It visits each and every site. And all anti-sabotage attack, everything is conducted under the eye of the SPG. Subsequent to that, alternate route are also made out, 1, 2, or 3. Subsequent to that, we also work out what should be, in case of any mishap, what should be the second home or safe place for the Prime Minister to be taken. Third, we are also in contact with the closest hospital, and their location is placed with the wireless set, etc., irrespective of if it is happening or not.
So you say this is a major lapse in security. Whose responsibility do you think this is?
Sir,
do you think
that is purely security lapse and lack of coordination? I will not like to blame A force or B force. Certainly, either the SPG has not conducted that coordination or the state police has not responded to that coordination. So certainly there is a lack of coordination, and this lack of coordination could have been very, very dangerous for the country. I am of the view that an impartial inquiry, when conducted, let the heads roll, because this is not going to, we should not allow it to happen. You know very well that when they go to, some Prime Minister goes somewhere in Bihar, it happened, and there was some halla gulla, and there were bomb blasts in the locality in that particular rally long back. My submission is that this area, every inch of that area is scrutinized. You see, I was going there, and every drum which was on the roadside, every drum, the drum of coal tar which was on the roadside up to Firozpur, starting from Ludhiana, had to be washed. Every drum, so that there is no sabotage.
But let's look at what Chief Minister Channi is saying in his own defense and the defense of the Punjab Police. P.K. Mishra, the state government says that this was not the route that the Prime Minister was to take. They were to fly by helicopter because the weather was not clear. Therefore, the Prime Minister reached by road. It was supposed to take an hour and a half, and there was no plan prior that this route might be used. Do you find that believable, given how Prime Minister trips are planned? Is it possible that they didn't factor in the possibility that this route might need to be used as a sudden, off-the-cuff kind of decision?
Yes, I can tell you, Rahul, I listened to ex-IG Police Punjab also. SPG, I have served in SPG, the first batch of SPG officer with Mr. Rajiv Gandhi also. I was there for the full term. And I have taken Mr. Rajiv Gandhi to Punjab also and too. So I can well tell you that I repeat, it is a big security lapse on the part of state police. The way it was conducted, the route, alternate route has to be made, as Mr. Singh was telling, alternate route, the second house.
So we've spoken to both the security experts from the SPG and from the Punjab Police. Supriya Shirnet, forget how your party feels about the Prime Minister for a moment. Both the professional security experts are very clear that this is a lapse of the state administration which allowed for the Prime Minister's cavalcade to pass on an unsecured route. This is a massive lapse, and that heads must roll. Responsibility must be fixed. The Channi government needs to take responsibility for what happened on their watch.
No, I strongly disagree, because you have not taken my version into account while passing that judgment. I strongly disagree. And I disagree because I told you that the Prime Minister was meant to travel by the chopper. He decided at the last minute to take a route. The Prime Minister decided to travel by chopper because he knew there were widespread protests all across Punjab. Please remember, Punjab is where almost 500 farmers died. Almost 700 farmers died because of the farmer protest that lasted for 384 days. Mr. Modi knew he is going to meet with massive protest, and which is why the Chief Secretary even told the Punjab Chief Minister that the farmers want assurance from the Prime Minister's office. Mr. Channi said the Prime Minister cannot be woken up at 1:30 in the night, but I am giving you assurance they have to vacate the routes, and those routes were vacated. Those routes which were travelling to the rally point, there were 10,000 security personnel who were deployed where the Prime Minister was supposed to hold a rally. Do you think that's coming from a Chief Minister who wanted to breach security? A Chief Minister who says, I would lay my life before anything happened to the Prime Minister? What are you even talking about? The reality is that Punjab is brimming with no confidence in the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has lost contact with foot on the ground, with what is the ground reality, and which is why farmers in Punjab are standing up against him.
Parajita Sarangi, the Congress says that people in Punjab are upset with the BJP and the Prime Minister, and therefore if the protesters come out and start protesting against the Prime Minister, then how can the Congress be to blame? No, you make this point that how are there people in that group who are chanting BJP Zindabad, Modi Zindabad, but the fact is the route isn't secure, madam. Even if they are chanting Modi Zindabad, they have no business being on that route. Nobody can be allowed to be on that route.
Even believing what the BJP is saying? Are you as a prime-time anchor and the editor in the group?
Ma'am, when the Prime Minister's cavalcade moves, BJP, Congress, Aap, Akali, nobody is allowed on that route. You are not allowed on that route. I am not allowed on the route. That's how the Prime Minister's security functions. Nobody is allowed on that route. The fact that your government allowed those people on the route is a massive breach by itself.
Because that route was never supposed to be taken. No, it is not, because that route was never supposed to be taken. The Prime Minister was meant to fly.
Let me ask PK Mishra this question, Mr. Mishra. The Congress says the Prime Minister was not supposed to take that route. You know, one second, fade us down. You know, sir, how Prime Minister visits are organized. Is it possible that the SPG suddenly took the Prime Minister on a route which hadn't been planned for? कि यहाँ से चल के देखते हैं क्या होता है, because now the weather is packed up, we have no option, so let's take this route. Is that at all possible? PK Mishra?
Yes, I can well tell you that no, I have listened to most of the speakers, and what has happened today, that definitely the information was conveyed to SPG. I checked it up, that route is clear and PM can pass. And that is how SPG cannot take PM on a route which is not clear by the state government. By the way, when PM tours any state, it is the state which is responsible for the security of the Prime Minister and not SPG. Of course, SPG is there for the inner protection. But looking into the road condition, the security intelligence, and particularly the road opening party, covering and domination, and the outer has to believe, and the DG police is responsible.
Sure. The Congress's argument, Parajita Sarangi, is that people in Punjab are upset with the Prime Minister and the BJP, and therefore if protesting farmers come on the road, blockade the road, yes, it's bad, we didn't want it to happen, but it's not our fault, it's because people are upset with your government. How do you respond to this charge? Parajita?
I would never attribute the entire incident to the inefficiency of the Punjab state government. I would call it a criminal conspiracy. You know, the Congress people hate the Prime Minister, but I don't think this hatred should lead to this kind of situation where the Prime Minister's life is put to risk. And think of the point where his vehicle had to stay for 20 minutes. Now, this is just 50 kilometers away from the border we share with Pakistan. Imagine the kind of security threat that our Prime Minister had something happened. Don't we think that the state government of Punjab was completely responsible? I reiterate, the security of the Prime Minister within the boundaries of a particular state is the responsibility of the state government.
There's a criminal
how was the clearance given
the Prime Minister? I'm
by the DG Police, by the Chief Secretary?
To believe
this
that
is surprising, this is shocking.
That there was a plot to
these
eliminate the Prime Minister.
People today
you really must have lost your marbles to say so. You really must have lost your mind to say so.
They are caught in their own web of words.
I'm aghast
they
is the
don't
word.
know how to
I'm
defend
aghast
themselves.
to believe
they are
that you are actually insinuating
Supriya Shrinate, you wanted Aparajita to be silent when you were speaking. You are interrupting her and not letting Aparajita complete her argument. Let Aparajita speak, please.
Please don't make this noise.
Let Aparajita speak. Go on, Aparajita.
Don't make this noise. I think the entire nation is watching and our heads are hung in shame. You know, I mean, I'm not talking to you just as the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm also a citizen of this country, and the institution of the Prime Minister needs to be respected, and it is the duty of the Chief Minister of any state to give that kind of respect to the institution of the Prime Minister. He should know his job well, and he should not indulge in criminal conspiracy. See, there are many issues which are above politics. When the Prime Minister's security is concerned,
how problematic is it, Aparajita Sarangi, that there were very few people at the rally? First, it was raining, and therefore maybe people had difficulty coming to the venue because it was raining. But the fact is, in Firozpur, there were very few people who were there during the Prime Minister's rally when he was supposed to come. It got cancelled as a later matter, but the fact is very few people came, ma'am.
We are aware of the fact that at different points, you know, they had ensured that there were blockages and people could not come to the rally. Right. So we have to accept that part. They did not want this rally to succeed, number one. Number two,
Rahul, let me tell
you emphatically that these people were extremely sure, extremely certain that once the Prime Minister went and talked to the people of Punjab, obviously the tables would turn in our favor.
You were concerned that the Prime Minister would be able to assuage the concerns of farmers, calm their anger down, which is why roadblocks were created, which prevented people from reaching the venue. Let Supriya Shrinate respond to that. Supriya.
आपको लगता है कि 384 दिन, 384 days after protesting in the heat and the cold and the rain, after having lost 700 of their own, there would be people who would throng up for the Prime Minister's rally. You really must be living in a la-la land, Aparajita, and I considered you to be balanced. But for you to insinuate and for you to suggest that a democratically elected Chief Minister and a democratically elected government, or for that matter, in electoral democracy, please, Aparajita,
the Congress party needs to apologize.
Aparajita, please hold on. I am shocked that for someone like you who has served in bureaucracy to say that there was a plot to eliminate the Prime Minister, you really must have lost your marbles. It shows how desperate you are. It shows how much you are staring at defeat across elections. मैदान खाली था, रैली में लोग नहीं आए थे, वापस उनको जाना पड़ा. He was offered an alternate route. He was offered a chopper, but he wanted to turn and go back to Delhi because there was nobody to listen to the Prime Minister. That is where we have come to. And you are so desperate, you are so shameful to insinuate that there was a plot to eliminate him. Oh, shame on you and shame on the BJP for doing what you are doing. Absolutely shameless. That is what I will say. Shameless attempts at politicizing this. Shameless. How low will you stoop, Aparajita? How low will you stoop in electoral democracy? आप एक दूसरे को मारने की बात कर रहे हैं. क्या हो गया आपके दिमाग को? किस तरह की बातें आप लोग करते हैं? एक आदमी प्रधानमंत्री को पंजाब में सुनना नहीं चाहता था.
No, there are two completely different issues. I can't allow both our guests to speak over each other. That's not how we run debates on the news track. One is the number of people who turned up to listen to the Prime Minister in Firozpur. It's a separate issue. The other is these protesters who were allowed to be present on the route that the Prime Minister was taking. That is a completely separate issue. And you can't miss the politics with the security. We've had two Prime Ministers assassinated in this country. We cannot afford a situation, Mr. Pal Singh, where politics tarnishes security decisions. You have to keep the rally apart from this whole process of the cavalcade of the Prime Minister moving and protesters allowed to sit on the roads.
Yeah. You're asking me?
Yes, sir, I am, Sipal Singh.
Yes, absolutely correct. Your analysis is absolutely correct. Rally has got nothing to do with the road, which has to be, absolutely it had to be clear. In case this was a second route, it was earmarked as a second route. In case the SPG and the state police has decided as a second route, in case it was designed and designated this place will be a second route, then in that case there's no excuse. That road immediately has to be absolutely sanitized and kept absolutely clear for the Prime Minister, irrespective of the fact whether he is going there or not. Any second route has to be as clear as the first route. So I am of the view, sir, that in case they have a meeting, they had meeting and they were coordination and this route was earmarked as a second route, in that case there's no excuse but for the Punjab police.
No, but I want to build on that. With respect to what you're saying, Sripal Singh, I just want to build on it to say that even if for some reason this wasn't marked out as a pre-decided route, once the Prime Minister is scheduled to travel, the SPG has given the state police time to secure that route. You will secure that route, give the all clear to the SPG, only then does the cavalcade leave. I have seen with my own eyes instances in the past where SPG officers have politely but firmly told, I won't name people, but VVIPs who had SPG protection, that what they wanted to do could not be done because it wasn't safe. As clear as that. They have a very strong mandate and they would not just randomly take off on a road because they that route has been cleared, you've been given the sanction to travel, which is how the cavalcade left. It cannot leave otherwise. It is as simple as that. We've looked at what the professionals are saying. We've heard what the politicians are saying. I'm out of time on the news track. What happened is way beyond politics. It's not about the Congress or the BJP. Supriya wants to make a quick word. Supriya, I'll give you 20 seconds. You need to wrap up really quickly.
Very small point. The buck in Punjab stops with the Chief Minister, who's come outside, who's made a statement, which is the official statement from the Punjab police and the Punjab government. The buck for the Prime Minister's security stops with the SPG.
No, ma'am, it doesn't.
Prime Minister's office
No, ma'am, it doesn't. I'm sorry, that's not correct.
We are hearing WhatsApp.
The state police is responsible for all perimeter security. The SPG is responsible for proximate security. The close protection of the Prime Minister is the SPG's job. It's written in a book. It's clear as day. Securing the roads is the responsibility of the local police. That's the rule. You don't like the rule. You're being political. That's your point of view. But that's not the rule. That's not the norm. Even if it's a Congress Prime Minister, he's going to a BJP state. The state police is responsible for local security. PK Mishra, is that not the case? PK Mishra, is that not the case? The Congress spokesperson. Let PK Mishra speak.
It is the responsibility of the state. It is the responsibility of the state police to clear the road and to give clear passage to the Prime Minister. And this is what they have to give clearance first to SPG before Prime Minister starts any journey. This is a lapse by the Punjab police. I repeat, this is a lapse, great lapse by Punjab police, which has to be found out who is responsible for that.
The SPG officer has spoken, the IG of Punjab Police has spoken. It is clear as day. If you leave your politics aside, this is not a small but a huge lapse, and it is the Punjab Police and the Punjab administration which is responsible for allowing this to happen. How many people came or did not come to the rally ground is a completely different matter. That's a political issue. This is purely on security, and what happened was deeply problematic.